I received the following letter. I'm very concerned about my son, William. He's been married to a lovely young lady, Marie, for 2 years, but a month ago he just walked out on her for no reason we know of and got an apartment of his own. Within a few days, he met a woman at a bar, and now they're living together. He has completely cut his wife off financially, and she is devastated. Now when he comes over to see us, he wants to bring his whore into our home, just like nothing was wrong. I'm so angry that he'd put us in this position. I talked to my pastor, and he says we should not let her in the house, but I don't know what to do. I don't want to cut my son off, but I don't want him to think that we approve of his behavior either." End quote. Situations like this can be so confusing, can't they? It appears that what your son William is doing is so very wrong, and you want to reach out and just tell him what is right. But there are some serious problems with that. In the first place, you have no idea what's been going on for him. You have no idea why William left his wife, Marie. You don't know all the pain he's in. I promise you that if he just walked out on her and cut her off financially and is now living with a woman he met a month later that he met in a bar, this man is in a great deal of pain. He's hurting from head to toe, and people in that condition are rarely even capable of hearing what is right or wrong. They're hurting not because they need to be pounded with what is right and wrong, although they certainly need guidance, but because they don't feel loved. What William needs most from you is to feel your love, your unconditional love. And that means loving him no matter what he's done. That means loving him when things are tough, like right now, when he's left his wife, and when he's living with a woman that you call a whore. That is when he needs your love, not just when he's living in a way that you find acceptable. He needs you now more than he's ever needed you. The woman he's living with is irrelevant. You need to focus on what your son needs, and that's your unconditional acceptance. It's the lack of love that caused all this behavior, and withdrawing it will make things worse for him. Do you really want to do that? You mentioned a concern that if you allow William's girlfriend in your home, he'll think you're condoning his behavior. I promise you, after a lifetime of being raised by you, he already knows what you believe to be right and wrong. You do not need to keep him out of your home to make your point. In fact, if you insist on expressing your disapproval, as your pastor suggests, and you keep him and his whore out of your home, you won't teach him anything, but you will succeed in making him feel more worthless and in alienating him from you, possibly for a very long time. Not a great plan. What you also need to learn here is the overall meaning of William's behavior. The fact that he would leave a relatively new marriage and immediately dive into a new relationship strongly indicates that he's not been a happy man and not felt unconditionally loved for a very long time. And we'll be talking about that in our next session.